Picture this. You just bought a brand new sports car. The leather seats hug you perfectly. The exterior gleams in the sun, and the engine roars with confidence. But here's the twist. Instead of trained engineers, the car was built by a robot that decided to go with the vibe and skip the boring quality checks. It looks amazing. It feels amazing. Until it breaks down in the middle of the freeway on your Monday morning commute. That's exactly what's happening with a hot new trend in the US tech scene called vibe coding. Developers are letting AI pump out code without fully testing it, just because it looks right. These apps launch fast, get flashy press, and attract users with sleek designs. But behind the scenes, they're one glitch away from crashing. And when that crash happens, it's not just annoying. It can mean lost business, leaked data, or a complete shutdown of tools people rely on every single day. For decades, software development in the US followed a tried and true process. You design, you build, you test again, and only then do you launch. It's slow, it's methodical, and yes, sometimes it feels like overkill. But that's how you ensure reliability. With the arrival of AI coding assistants like GitHub Copilot, ChatGPT, Replit Ghostwriter, and Amazon CodeWhisperer, that old process has been shaken to its core. Suddenly you can describe what you want in plain English and get working code in seconds. The upside? It's like trading a factory assembly line for a turbocharged pit crew. Fast, efficient, and capable of producing results in record time. The downside? Not everything that rolls off that pit lane is ready for the track. AI doesn't understand context the way humans do. It doesn't think about how a feature will scale, how it will handle bad data, or how it will integrate with existing systems. It simply predicts the next line of code based on patterns it's learned. And sometimes those patterns are flawed, outdated, or downright dangerous. This is where the vibe coding phenomenon comes in. Instead of using AI as a helpful co-pilot, some developers have started treating it like an autopilot. They paste in a prompt, get back a neat block of code, glance at it, and if it looks good, they ship it. The code feels right. The vibe is there. But just like a sporty-looking car with cheap parts under the hood, the reliability often isn't. Take the case of a US-based fintech startup earlier this year. They were racing to beat a competitor to market with a new investment app. Instead of building their back-end systems entirely from scratch, they used AI to generate major portions of the code. It worked beautifully in testing. The app's interface had that sleek, modern look users love, and early feedback was glowing. But within a week of launch, things started to fall apart. Transaction histories were showing the wrong amounts. Account balances would disappear, then reappear hours later. It wasn't a hack. It was the AI's logic failing under real-world pressure. Customers didn't care whether it was the vibe or a bug. They just wanted their money to be accurate. The startup had to pull the app entirely to fix the foundation, costing them both time and trust. Reliability is the first big casualty of vibe coding. In engineering, whether you're making cars or writing code, reliability means consistent performance under all conditions. In the US, where consumers expect apps to just work 24/7, reliability isn't optional, it's everything. A delivery app that fails during the Super Bowl rush, a payment app that crashes on Black Friday, that's not just an inconvenience, it's a business killer. Then there's comfort. In the software world, that's the user experience. Comfort means the app feels natural to use. It responds quickly, and it doesn't surprise you in bad ways. But AI-generated code can introduce small inconsistencies that chip away at that comfort. Buttons might behave slightly differently from one screen to another. Text might randomly change style or alignment. A feature might load instantly in one part of the app, but lag in another. None of these things make headlines, but together, they make users feel like the app isn't polished. In a country where people can switch to a competitor with 2 taps, comfort is as important as reliability. And let's not forget the sporty look, the wow factor that makes people download an app in the first place. Here, AI can actually excel. It can churn out sleek interfaces, smooth animations, and cutting-edge designs that make competitors look dated. That's why vibe coding is so tempting. The initial results look amazing. But as any car enthusiast will tell you, looks don't keep a vehicle on the road. Engineering does. We have already seen high-profile examples of this trap. A wellness app out of California went viral thanks to its beautiful AI-generated interface. It had personalized dashboards, interactive charts, and calming animations. But under the hood, the AI had stitched together outdated code libraries without the developers realizing. 2 months in, an update caused half the user base to lose their saved data. The fallout was brutal. App Store ratings tanked, refunds skyrocketed, and the viral buzz turned into a cautionary tale on tech blogs. Security is another silent victim of vibe coding. It doesn't have an instinct for safety. It just repeats patterns it's seen before. That means it can unknowingly introduce security holes, reuse insecure functions, or leave sensitive data exposed. The US cybersecurity firm Mondiant has already warned that AI-generated code often contains subtle vulnerabilities that don't show up until hackers find them. For industries like banking, healthcare, and government, where breaches can cost millions and erode public trust, that's a nightmare scenario. But here's where balance comes in. AI itself isn't the villain. When used responsibly, it can absolutely boost productivity, help junior developers learn, and speed up routine tasks. It's perfect for generating boilerplate code, setting up test environments, or mocking up prototypes. The problem is over-reliance, trusting AI to build the foundation without human oversight. That's like letting a self-driving car hit the freeway without anyone in the driver's seat. The smartest US companies are taking a hybrid approach. They use AI to handle the repetitive, low-risk parts of development, but they pair that with human expertise to review, test, and refine every line that goes live. They run rigorous stress tests, security audits, and usability checks before launch. Just like car manufacturers put every new model through crash tests and performance trials before it hits the showroom. 4 lines. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button. It really helps the channel grow. Subscribe for more deep dives where tech meets the real world. Drop a comment. Would you trust an AI-built app for your banking or healthcare? Why or why not? Thanks for watching. And until next time, keep your code clean and your ride smooth.